Now, as for the story, let me quickly recap the entirety of Stormblood, okay? It's going to be very quick. So, we finished Heavensward with restarting Omega to fight the big dragon in the sky, Shinryu. They fought each other, they tanked each other, they fell somewhere, we don't know where. But the point is, the revolution in Alamigo started and there was no way to pull back from that. So, the game starts with us pushing into Alamigo, making contact with the Resistance, and the Alliance establishing a base of operation outside of Beelzar's wall, right? But the Alliance wants to make contact with the Resistance first, because they don't want to be seen as an invasion force, but they want to be seen as a liberation force, right? So they send us to Ralga's Reach to make contact with the Resistance. We make contact with them, we try to help them, they are in this place, specifically in this area. We contact with the leader, we try to rebuild a little bit, to recruit new people. But the Empire was a step ahead of us, and they march into Ralga's Reach in here. They killed our friend Mefrid, which was one of the Resistance boys that was helping us. And they hurt Y'shtola very badly, like what's it called? The Viceroy himself, the guy with the many katanas, comes down here and literally kills almost everybody. I fight him, I lose for the first time in, like, ever, I guess. And, you know, the Resistance is disheartened by that. They pretty much say the Resistance is over, there's no way they're gonna ever recover from that. So instead of keep the fight here, where the morale is low and there's no way to rebuild for the moment, we decide to split the effort, the war effort, on another front. So we take a boat and we go to Doma, where we're gonna help a Doman friend to free Doma, you know, Yugiri and Gozetsu, alright? So we make it to Kugane, the big city, which is kind of neutral in the way. We've been helped by a man that says it's working for the monetarists in Ulda, so we don't really trust them, but they've been very accommodating and they actually help us. And they're doing it for a very selfish reason, which is, you know, establishing more trade routes and, you know, exploiting our alliances with people for their monetary gain. But there's no, like, grand scheme underneath that. They're just doing it for the money, pretty much. But they do help. They do help quite a lot. And with their help, actually, we find Gozetsu. With Gozetsu, we go to Yangsha to find the other lady, Yugiri, and to, you know, assess the situation of the people. And we see a pretty much the same scene as the Alamigo front. Everybody's disheartened. They've been under the Imperial rule for so many years they don't even think that it's a good thing that somebody's trying to help them to free their land, because they think, oh, these guys are gonna come here, they're gonna oppose the Empire, and we're gonna pay the consequences for this insurrection that's destined to fail, right? Most of these people think that their heir to the throne, Lord Hien, is actually dead. And so we are in front of a very disheartened population, and they don't think the war effort and the revolution is actually worth it. In the meantime, we see a very brief cutscene of Estinian going alone, looking at a huge hole in the ground. We don't know what did that, but there's a gigantic hole in the ground. It looks like he's in Girabania, so in these zones, you know, Alamigo territory. And it seems like he's looking for something, but we don't know exactly what. That's a very brief scene. After that, we managed to find Yugiri. We discover that Lord Hien is still alive. We try to show people that they can fight the Empire. We try to assassinate the Viceroy that has been visiting Yangsha, the province of Yangsha, to you know, check up on the state of the walls, giant Magitech walls that are defending the castle. We try to assassinate him, we fail, but in failing we show the people that we can oppose the Empire. Like, we make them run away. And that, like, stirs something in people. Somehow they remember that, you know, there is a chance that that's their land, that they can fight. To do that, though, we need an army and we need a leader. So we go, as we saw on stream, we go to the plains of... what was it called, that place? The Zim Steppe. We find Hien. We fight in the Nadam, which is this competition with all the nomadic tribes of the Zela to decide who the leader is until the next Nadam. We win the Nadam. We recruit all the Zela to fight for us. We decide to immediately assault the castle. So our small force pushes onto the castle, while the other do a bunch of other jobs like flooding the lower level of the castle, disabling the Magitech walls, protect the people. And we managed to win. We managed to defeat... what was it called again? Green of what? That guy, the Doom guy. Rip and tear. We kill him once and for all. We defeat Yotsuyu, but Yotsuyu, in the confusion, manages to pretty much bomb the castle and brings the entire castle down. In the confusion, we lose Gozetsu, which apparently sacrifices himself to make us run away. So Doma is finally free, and with that done, we go back to Alamigo and we try to, you know, incite the resistance to finally free Alamigo after, you know, being fresh from a very strong victory against the Empire. But as soon as we get back here, we discovered that Kryl has been kidnapped by the Empire. And we see a cutscene where they lock Kryl in this weird Magitech chamber, and there's an evil scientist guy that is doing experiments for the Viceroy. We discover that they are doing a procedure to overcome one of the biggest flaws the Garleans ever had. So why are the Garleans so technologically advanced? Because they have no other choice. Their people are born with a complete genetical incapacity of using any sort of magic. They are not attuned to the Ether. They cannot use any sort of magic. So they use Magitech to overcome their weakness. But that procedure they came up with is supposed to grant these people ability to manipulate the Ether and so to use magic, which would be a breakthrough for the Garleans. The Viceroy does this procedure on Fordola, which is that lady that it's an Alamigan but working for the Empire because she's trying to, you know, find her freedom in a way by becoming a Garlean and fighting for the Garlean Empire. They do the procedure on her. In the meantime, we're pushing forward. We assault Castel Volodina, the big bridge. We take it. We do an assault on a big city. And as we are trying to... as we're pretty much winning the fight on that big city, the Viceroy Xenos decides to fire this gigantic cannon they have in the main base onto his own people to kill us as well. So they take down one of the big skyscraper in that city, and they pretty much instantly end the fight because everybody's running away. You know, their own people, our people, everybody is taken by this gigantic tower falling on them, which is causing an incredible number of casualties. Despite that, though, we managed to take that city. The remaining Empire troops around that place, they just either give up or run away. But we see Estinian once again taking out the cannon on his own because he's cool like that. After that, unfortunately, one of the casualties in this gigantic mess was Conrad, the leader of the Alamigan resistance. And before dying, he passes the torch on to Liz, our friend and fellow science of the Seven Dawn, Liz, that now finds herself to be the leader of the entire revolution. She doesn't really want it. She's a bit dumb, we know that. But, you know, She's got her heart in a good place, so she's trying her best. After that, we push forward once again. We storm Castrum Urbania, which is the place with the big cannon. We take in and we conquer the main room with the cannon, but we are stopped by Fordola, which shows a new power by having this weird red eye that can see into the future, and she's pretty much invincible. At that point, she's dodging every attack before that even happens. She manages to defeat both Liz and injures Alisaie. Like a big slash to the chest, so Alisaie is out of the fight for a while. She's fine, but you know, she needs time to recover. That doesn't really matter though. We keep pushing, we move into the final place, which is... Let me see if I can show you on the map. So at this point we are in the peaks, right? Alagiri is the town that we took. The Scabbard is where we fought, the big town with the three towers. We push past that. We get to Castrum Urbania, which is this side here. We take the cannon, we take the castrum, and we move on to the locks, which is pretty much the final area before the big city of Alamigo, the big royal palace, and you know, the residential area right here. So we prepare for the final assault. Everybody's here. We have all the alliances, including Ishgard, and there's, you know, Emmerich and Maria. They're all there. Lucia's never there though. I don't know what happened to Lucia, but you know, she's probably busy keeping everything in order in Ishgard. She's a very busy woman anyway. So we decide to do a final assault on Alamigo. We go right here into the Alamigan quarter. We breach the secret laboratory. We manage to free Kryl, and we defeat Fordola with the help of you know, big elf guy Urianger, which gives us a magic Aetherite wand that disables the Aetherite power. So we managed to defeat Fordola and capture her. We don't want to kill her because we want her to pay, like, for her crimes, you know, and not just execute her there and there. We're pushing into the final part of Alamigo. We get all the way up to the Queen's Garden and the Royal Menagerie. We finally are in front of Xenos himself, which pretty much tells us what the experiments were for. So the experiments were made to create people called the Resonant, which infuses primordial essence, that's what they say, into people, any person really. And it doesn't exactly grant them the power to manipulate the ether in a magical way. It pretty much grants them the power of the echo. So, you know, that big power that just me as a main character and very few other people around the world have. Like Kryl and Minfilia before us, you know. And so what happened is Xenos had the procedure done on himself. He now has the echo, and he uses the echo not to become immune from the influence of Primal, but to impose his own influence and pretty much controlling a Primal. So what he does is he frees the big dragon, Shinryu, which somehow he captured. He landed here, I guess, I don't know. And he fuses with Shinryu, and so we fight a Xenos fused with a Primal in our final fight. We defeat Xenos. He's happy somehow. He finally says, "It's the first time in my life that I felt something. You are my enemy, and you are at the same time my closest friend. I never felt like this before." Like, it was a maniac, but all he did was because he could never feel anything in his life, and he didn't care how many people he had to kill just to find this one moment of joy in his life. And having found it, even though in defeat, he's happy, and he kills himself right before Lise can stop him. So the big evil is defeated, and Alamigo is finally free. After that, we see a few cutscenes, which are the ending cutscenes for this chapter. We see Estinian showing up at the top of the Alamega Castle where we fought Xenos. And on the ground you can see the two eyes of Nidhogg, which, as you remember, they have been used by Ilberd to summon Shinryu by throwing himself off the wall with all the people that died in the assault of the wall. And Estinian finally does the right thing and destroys both eyes of Nidhogg once and for all. They're finally done, and there's no more evil coming from the eyes of Nidhogg. So that's closed. That's finally and completely done. Then we see a very interesting cutscene of the Emperor of the Garlean Empire, Varys Zos Galvus is his name, which is speaking with the White Ascian that we saw many times in many cutscenes. He's been involved since the beginning with pretty much everything that's been going on. And they say they have the same aim, which is the preservation of this world and the restoration. They say restoration, but we don't exactly know what that means. But then the Ascians turns around, removes his mask, and shows his face to Varys, which looks vividly shocked, and then says, "How dare you?" And then the cutscene ends. We don't know what that means. We don't know what he saw, but something shocked the Emperor of the Garlean Empire. And not only shocked, but the sentence, "How dare you?" It's, I don't know, it feels very personal. Like, his face was either somebody he knew, or like, he took, you know, the Ascians transfer their souls into different bodies, so I'm guessing he took the body of somebody important. That's the only explanation I have at the moment. Then we see a very brief cutscene of Gozetsu, still alive, stranded on a very tiny random island in the middle of nowhere, fishing and tending to a hurt and wounded Yutsuyu on the beach. So they're both well alive, and you know, God knows where they are. In the final two cutscenes, Lise calls all of the Scions and tell us her decision to leave the Scions for good to become pretty much the leader of the new Alamigo, because, you know, the people need a leader. She strongly feels about this. All she did until now was because, you know, to free Alamigo, and she feels like she has a duty now to do this and to see through this through the end. So she leaves the Scions, but, you know, she's still our ally, and she will probably always be, as Y'shtola and the other tell her. And then finally, very final and last cutscene, we saw the big hole that Estinian was looking at, like in the very, very early cutscene. A bunch of people around them. It's the Ironworks, so it's Sid and Biggs and Wedge investigating the hole. They think that Omega is residing at the bottom of the hole, and they are trying to excavate it and figure out what the hell happened. But, you know, they cannot do it alone, so the president of the Sid, the Garland Ironworks, brings someone as a consultant. You guessed it right, it's Nero once again, with the full colors this time of the Ironworks, fully employed, working alongside with Sid. He's the same old asshole, but, you know, he's working for them now, I guess. I'm sure he's not scheming anything. And yeah, that's where we are right now. Alright. See, that wasn't too bad. It was, I would say, more coherent than usual. But that's because I took notes as I was playing the story. So, there we are. Okay, so, as you can see, I have unlocked a stupid amount of quests. We have Unwanted Truth, To Kill a Curl, Another Striking Opportunity, The Hunt for Omega, The Secret Ooze. I'm guessing the Hunt for Omega is the raid? Sorry, not the raid. It's the... Are they considered raids? Oh, it's a normal raid. So yeah, Omega is the normal raids. And I think this, and we shall call it Eureka, that is the next Alliance raid. So, you know, the big 24-man raid chain quest like the Void Ark and the Crystal Tower. There's about as many quests, important quests like these in Kugane. So we'll check them out at some point. If we have to queue for a dungeon, I would say at that point we're gonna look into these things. But for now, we're gonna go straight for the new main quest, finally, and see what's up. Also, I think... hang on. Okay, the volume is right. Okay. It's Liz. Of course it's Liz. Arenvald's Adventure. Oh god.
Come to see how we're getting on?
Sure. Nod.
We've made good progress since we took back Alamigo, but there's one big issue we still have to address.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Leadership. The Domans had Lord Hien ready and willing to take the throne, but we've got no one like that here.
I thought that was meant to be you. That's why you left the Scions.
Theodoric was our last ruler, and he wasn't called the Mad King for nothing.
Suffice it to say, our people have had their fill of kings, which means we need to find a new way forward.
If only it were that easy. Everyone and his uncle has an opinion. For the time being, we're just going to have to keep leaning on General Aldin and the Alliance for support, and see if we can't find a solution together. Something tells me we're going to be hosting a lot of meetings in the near future.
Great. Do I have to be...
If that's what it takes, I'm ready to talk till my jaw aches.
Cool. Do I have to be part of those? Because I don't really want to do that. I'm the killer, not the
The
politician.
reach is yours, Nago. Don't do anything I wouldn't.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I'm actually happy that Manago is important. I really like this character. Alright.
Ah, there you are. I've been searching all over for you.
Hi, did you change your voice actor in the bit between Stormblood and the patches? What happened? You sound like you have a very heavy accent now.
Don't worry, it's nothing bad. That said, this might not be the best place to talk. Will you join me?
Sure. Is it just me? I mean, he never said much, but I don't remember him being this heavy accented.
I'll get to the point. Might you be interested in a spot of adventure?
Sure, adventure is my middle name.
After all, we were adventurous before we were scions, were we not?
Yep.
After routing the Imperials and liberating Alamigo, I reckon we've earned a bit of respite, don't you? And what better way to spend it than by returning to our roots? So, what say you? Shall we call on Alphino and go adventuring?
Oh, sure, I miss Alfido. I mean, I spent a lot of time with his sister in this expansion. Just my arm, why don't you? That grin. Alright. We get an emote for doing this quest. Right then, let's go and find Master Leveilleur. Actually, leave that to me. I want you fresh for a little adventure. Wait for us by the Etherite, and we'll be along shortly. See you there. Alright. God, you literally took me to the opposite side of the map, huh? Just to talk? Fine. Oh, I started also the doing the new beast tribes quests. So I'm working for the Turtle Boys. We're reconstructing like a vault of treasures for the Blue Kojin. And of course I am working with the Snake Ladies, which is a cause very dear to me. Of course. You know, they're very nice people, the Snake Ladies, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. Greetings, Ascaret. To seem we are to accompany Arenvald on some manner of escapade. Have you any idea what we've gotten ourselves into? Actually, no clue. Allow me to explain. It'll be something of a history lesson, but I'll try to be brief. No snoring, if you please. Now, the events I would speak of occurred before the occupation, back when Ala Mhigo was still a monarchy, and Theodoric sat the throne. Are we gonna find out about Theodoric the Mad? I'd like to hear that. A uniquely brutal despot, by all accounts. That he was. The King of Ruin suffered no rivals, real or imagined, and his dispute with the monks of the Fist ended with Ralga's Reach being burned to the ground. Oh my god. In the latter years of his rule, he was seized by the unshakable belief that unseen forces were conspiring to steal his crown, and so he ordered that every soul with a claim to the throne be executed, including his own family. The wealth of the poor sods he put to death became the property of the king, and it said that these royal treasures were hoarded somewhere in the palace. Thus was born the legend of the Mad King's Trove. Ah, I believe I see the direction our adventure is to take. I assume you have a mind to unearth this hidden bounty? You assume correctly. Ooh, looking for booty? I'm in. And would I also be correct in assuming that this legend is widely known? Others must surely have gone in search of your prize, tempting as it seems. Well, of course we won't be the first to make the attempt. Following Ala Mhigo liberation, more than a few eager soldiers turned the palace upside down in hopes of claiming an easy fortune. But even after scouring every room from dawn till dusk, they uncovered not a single coin. The gold lust drained away as quickly as it had come, and the legend of the Mad King's Trove remains simply that, a legend. But there's even no intention of letting the story end there. What self-respecting adventurer would? Imagine, the three of us delving into a decade-old mystery. Tell me the thought doesn't set your heart to racing. I mean, I'm in. I love this. A mystery and treasure. Come in. Yeah, alright. You learned the emote box. Can I see that? Will I ever do that? Hang on. Social. Emotes. Attention. And box. Hey, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Alright. It's not as dumb as whatever Arenvald was doing, so I like it. Yo, Dai Ryumiyaku? Accessories. Okay. That's a set of like rings and necklaces, and I need to empty this inventory because it's a freaking mess. The news of Doma and Ala Mhigo's liberation has kindled the flames of revolution in every corner of the empire. I hear the imperial province of Dalmasca has already risen up in rebellion. Dalmasca? Isn't that Final Fantasy XII? And Captain Bash from Dalmasca. It is, isn't it? Wait. Final Fantasy Dalmasca. A small desert kingdom in Ivalice in Final Fantasy XII. Whoa, is this the same universe? I mean, that would explain a lot, because we have the same races, especially now that they added the bunny ladies, the Vieras. That's pretty cool. Which means the Guardians must surely have their hands full. What better time than now to indulge in such a diversion? Tell us, Arenvald, have we any clues as to where we might begin our search? Well, judging by how the other treasure hunters fared, nosing about the palace isn't like to get us anywhere. So we probably need to ask around. Would that be another way of saying no? Well, yes. I see. In that case, I shall pay a visit to the Allied Archivist and request access to the records seized from the Imperials. The Guardians are meticulous about such things. If they uncovered the trove during their occupation, the event is certain to have been recorded. In the meantime, the two of you can track down those who worked as palace servants and officials in Theodoric's day. Given that there would have been at least 20 at the time, you'll be looking for people who have seen 40 summers or more. Anything that can tell you about the king and his bloody deeds may prove useful, so be sure to listen well. Arnold, you try your luck in the fringes and the peaks, while Asgard makes the round in Alamegan Quarter. Okay. And there I was oh, there he does that again. I was thinking I was the party leader. Not that I mind, of course. Must be about it, eh? Can meet afterwards at Gilbarda's Gate. Whatever that is. I don't know what that is. Alright. Cool. I think we have a teleporter right there. And if I remember correctly, I spent like an hour getting all the Etherites in... Sorry. The Ether currents in this area. This was the absolute worst when it comes to finding the Ether currents. They put them in so many stupid places. Like, there was one... Okay, this is my base, right? There was one right here. So, my base, right here, on this wall. Okay? To get that, I had to go through here, all the way down here, follow the way here, go inside here, okay? Go all into these chambers, get all the way in here, all the way up here, past this big rock, past this giant royal hunting ground, all the way to the side of the mountain, and then finally jump on top of the castle wall. And this is the level of Etherite currents in this fucking map. It's been dreadful. It drove me mad. And all of them were like fucked up like that. There was one in this area. There was one like in one of these rocks that needed me to do a giant loop around of all the different layers. There were multiple on like different sides of the castle walls. Oh my god, it was so bad. In the palace. No, not me, lad. Surely you heard stories about the Mad King. He used to hold public execution on the divine audience. Anyone, I mean anyone, suspected of conspiring against the crown was flung from the top of those steps. Oh my god. Not even by hanging, they just threw people off a place. Suffice it to say that I stayed as far away from the palace as possible. I mean, freaking fair enough. Big woman. Holy crap. This is a death by snoo-snoo, if I ever saw one. You want to hear an old maid's stories, do you? Aye, well, most of what I know of the Mad King is common knowledge. We'd only see His Royal Majesty when he deigned to attend the executions he ordered, and after a while, even watching his enemies die was enough to coax him out of hiding. They say he started seeing assassins in every shadow, and wouldn't set foot outside the palace walls. I was offered work there as a royal servant once, but the mere thought of it left me in a cold sweat. Yeah, I mean, the guy was crazy. What if he... You know, someday he decides you're an assassin in disguise. Get you thrown off a cliff or something. I served at the pleasure of King Theodoric and lived to tell the tale. One of the palace guards I was. Truth be told, it was a dark chapter in my life, and one I'd sooner forget. Hardly a night went by when we didn't hear blood-curdling screams echoing from the inner chambers, which of course were under orders to ignore. So we'd stand still as statues, trying not to imagine what horrors were unfolding within. If you're hell-bent on finding out what happened in the palace, head down the street here and ask old Arnold. He was the king's head scribe. Arnold? Hermgold? Where is he? Arnold? Just sitting there, next to some boxes. Yes, I'm Arnold. What do you want with me? I just want to find out more about the past. You would have me dredge up some decidedly unsavory memories. Yet if Alamigo is to move forward, we must need acknowledge the misdeeds of the past. Very well, I shall tell you what I remember. I take it you know of Theodoric's paranoia and the public executions of his kinsmen. Those were terrible enough, but in his last days, the king-fevered mind settled upon an even grislier method of disposal, which only a chosen few were unfortunate enough to witness. His Majesty ordered the court thaumaturge to unleash a vile curse upon the remaining members of the royal family, a magic which transformed them into fiends of hideous aspect. The resulting monstrosities were then cast into the darkness below the palace. Even now, my sleep is troubled by nightmares. If others of Theodoric's blood were prone to share his madness, then mayhap it is a kindness that the monarchy ended with him. Good God. Question though. I mean, I get it. He was cuckoo, but why the hell would you turn your enemies into undescribable beasts? That doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. Since we're all here, why don't we share what we learned? Okay. Allow me to begin then. As promised, I scoured the Imperial records for any mention of fantastic treasures and found precisely none. It is just possible, I suppose, that the corrupt official deliberately hid the fact of the trove discovery, hoping to enrich himself, but I find it rather unlikely that so valuable a find would stay secret for long. I conclude that our prize either does not exist, or that the Imperials somehow overlooked it. What of you, Asgard? Were your investigation any more fruitful? Well, yeah, found out a lot about the king and his torture methods. Turned into monsters? What could he mean by this darkness beneath the palace, I wonder? I met an old man in Algiria who spoke of the palace subterranean prison, but he said naught of cursed abominations. The Imperial archives were also silent on the subject of fiends inside the palace grounds. Could the scribe fellow have been spinning him a yarn, do you think? Did you believe him, Asgard? Well, yeah, I seemed genuine. His fear seemed genuine, yeah. If he was afraid, that does lend credence to the tale. But I'm not sure how that helps us in our search. Well, we can start by looking at the prisons. Don't be so hasty. Arnold's anecdote may very well have told us where the trove is hidden. But ere I share my theory, there is a matter we'll clarify. Arnold, you spoke of light-hearted adventure, but I sense a deeper motive for this expedition. Why are you so intent on finding this treasure? Yo, the music stopped. It was an old pretense, I swear. But you're right. My father was in the Imperial Army, a man of Garlean blood. I trust you know what I mean to say. What I mean when I say that my Alamigan mother did not welcome my arrival. Right, it was. Oh God. As I grew, she would check my brow over and over, convinced that a spot on my skin was an emerging third eye, like the kind you see in pure-blood Garleans. My mother did not care for his taunting reminders of my heritage, and took up a knife. War paint serves to cover the scar. Oh my God. Helix Smash, yes, I almost made it. It's been years, but here I am. Oh goodness, so like, what, the mother, did he have the third eye, or the mother was just, you know, paranoid and carved out his forehead for no reason? In the end, she turned me out into the streets, and I was left to haunt the alleyways of Alamigo, a feral child who got what he needed through begging, cunning, or worse. Yikes, indeed. The best I can say about the years that followed is that I survived, but I hated the animal I'd become. Eventually, I left the city behind me and joined a group of refugees bound for the other side of the wall. It was then that I turned to adventuring, and the road led me to the company of the Science. Ah, good old Minfilia. I tell you this so that you understand. I know all too well what poverty and hunger can do to a person. I drew steel on ordinary folk as a measly crust of bread. With Theodoric's gold I could spare my countrymen the shame of living like that. Thank you, Arenvald, and I apologize. That cannot have been pleasant to recall, but I felt it best to be clear in our intentions. He's a softy, Arenvald. Well, Asgard, are you content to surrender the treasure to Arenvald's noble cause and claim the thrill of adventure as your reward? Sure. Then I should be glad to tell you my theory on the resting place of the Mad King's trove, if you are minded to hear it. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so we have accessories. I guess I'm gonna take the aiming ones, since I have no alternative to my... I need to find a shop. Hang on a second. Is that like a... just a random store? I need to sell some things. Where's all of the... at least the white items. I don't care about the others. I'm gonna turn them in later, but... I need to sell the shitty ones. I still have so many items I need to store and convert. That's one of them as well. And I believe I have to empty or create like room for something in here as well. Let's do that. I don't really care. Anything else I can remove? Level 50, I probably have better. Okay, necklace. Oh my god, we have so much crap. That's shit. And that will be enough for now, I guess. I'm on the Europe. I'm on... what is it? No, it's not Chaos. Oh god, I don't remember. But definitely Europe. What else do we have here? I can throw this out. And this probably. Okay. Did I actually unequip? Ring? Okay, that should do it. If I now do this, use. Okay, that put everything in place, and I should have a full set. There you go, full set of items. Perfect. All right, not bad. Now, will we be able to play without me lagging a bit? Yeah, I was considering play NA as well because, you know, I found some people that were playing in NA, but I honestly don't want to deal with lag. It's I don't like it. Some people manage. I don't think I can. I think there's a way for me to check my server. You have 111? That's not even that bad, honestly. When I tried one of the North American server, I had like 200. And I could feel the lag. I could really feel the lag. I pretty much can never play with the OGCDs properly with that much lag. Actually, mayhap it would be better if we first adjourned to a more suitable location. In case a rival treasure hunter overhears your plan, you mean? Good thinking. Level 20? That's not bad. I probably have more here in Europe. That was not exactly the reason, but it is certainly a valid concern. Let's reconvene on the southern edge of the Loch Seld. Okay. I feel like I can check. I don't remember how, but there is a way for me to check that, right? To show the latency? Probably reasonable when the cross data center comes up. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh. Which one is it? Is it ascending? Would be about 30 then. If that's the one. I'm not sure. I remember there was also a way to show. Maybe it's in here. Server info. I remember something around here. UI setting, maybe? Display... there was something here. I remember there was something here. HUD. Server info. Okay, the world name is I am on Lich. At least I can tell you I'm on the Lich shard server thingy. I should probably leave that there. That's easy to remember. I mean, it would be normally, but my brain is a bit scrambled today, so I'm struggling to do many things I would normally do properly. You're a goblin? Is that's in North America, right? The Shard, I think it's the Chaos data center. The one I'm in. Forgive me, it was not my intention to draw out proceedings. I simply wish to have the lock in sight while I explain things. Prior to the Great Flood of the Sixth Umbral Calamity, the salt lakes you see before you were yet dry ravines. And this, believe it or not, was the site of the ancient city of Scala, which rose and fell during the 5th Astral Era. From what we know of the period, the city was already deserted by the time the waters began to rise, having been all but destroyed by war, yet its ruins remain to this day at the bottom of Loch Seld. It is my belief that the darkness beneath the palace mentioned by Theodoric's former scribe was not a reference to the prison, but to a palace still further below, the ruins of Scala. I thought to surmise that the Mad King's unfortunate kinsmen were cast down there not simply out of the desire to punish them, but to discourage exploration. Theodoric wanted to keep the ruins secure. That makes sense. Wait, you're saying they were meant to guard the Mad King's trove? Precisely, and since we know the core thaumaturge was involved, we can safely assume that any entrance into the old city will have been magically concealed. Which would explain how the Legion of Imperial Soldiers and the gods know how many Alamigas never found a trace of that trove. We, however, have certain advantages which they did not enjoy. Ascot, would you be so good to swim down to the bottom of the loch and search for an underwater route into the ruins? While you do that, Arnwald and I will seek out and ensorcel the portal within the palace. Okay. Ashes data center with Balmung. It's the new crystal one. Ah, okay. You're on the ERP data center. Oh boy. The spicy one. So do I drop down there or probably... They're probably connected, I don't know. And down we go. Wow, that's a full-on city, huh? There's a castle and everything. You discover a passage that appears to lead under the palace foundations. Press on and find out where it goes. Okay. Stone door. You come to a worn stone door, standing temptingly ajar. It would appear you have found an entrance into the subterranean ruin. Hello? Hello, they're calling me on my phone. Ascaret, it's Alfino. We've searched the prison beneath the palace and found a door concealed by enchantments. Have you aught to report? Yeah, found a door. And you believe this leads into the ruins? Excellent. Then I propose we proceed from our respective entry points and look to meet somewhere in the middle. Oh, come on, lads. We might as well make it a race. Victory goes to the first adventurer who finds the treasure. Godspeed. Drowned City of Sky. Wait, is this a dungeon? Holy crap. Oh, we already have a new dungeon. That's amazing. Oh god, I need my... Hang on, I need my dungeon guide. In the meantime, let's go back to Rhalgr's Reach, so we can pick up some of those quests. And let me get my dungeon guide at the ready. Okay. And somewhere in the level 70, I guess. Stormblood dungeons. The Drowned City of Scala. Okay, I have it. Cool. In the meantime, let's pick up some of these quests. Like another striking opportunity. Hey. Ascaret Vexia, the hero of the Resistance. Greetings and well met. I wish to thank you for countless deeds in service to our cause. Blah blah blah. There's a wise man who waits for you outside of Rhalgr's Reach. Oh. Okay. Just outside, you mean? Fine. This is a perfect time to check these side quests. Hey, dude. Oh, I think I know what this is. Yeah, okay, this is where you can practice fighting bosses and to check if your DPS is, I think, good enough to fight some of the biggest bosses. Practice on the savage damage, yeah. I think I was reading somewhere that if you can take out a dummy in, I don't remember how much time, you have enough DPS to do the savage bosses. At least that's how it was explained to me. Let's do the Secret of the Ooze. Sure. Hey, Sonny. Oh my god. Isn't that the guy that was in the Arboretum? I remember the afro. I can never forget about that afro. Ascaret, you're a hard bloke to find. I heard you thrown in your lot with the Resistance, so I came here looking for you. Truth is, we've run into Spot of Bother back at the Arboretum. Oh, there we go. It's still that place. Can you use your help? Oh, I'm glad to expertise if you fancy lending a hand. Sure. Is this gonna be like Arboretum hard mode or something? I'll do it. I still need to run the Alexander raids though, guys. At some point I'll do that. But finding a group is really difficult for those old raids. Most people are doing the Alliance one because they're just, you know, queuing up to the with the main thing, but where would that be? Idleshire? Oh yeah, that was under Idleshire, yeah. I forgot there's no Etherite in the area under Idleshire. That's fine. I wonder if I still have quests around here. I think I've done almost everything. Unidentified flying object. That's a repeated quest, so we probably don't need that. It's a beautiful day though in Idleshire. Look at this. Very sunny, very bright. Kind of unusual. When I stream it's usually nighttime forever. For some reason. Look at this! Beautiful bright day. Yeah, the Alexander thing is gonna take a while. Because you see, you can do Alliance raids by queuing up here. And so, a lot of people actually do that. But finding a proper team, it's probably gonna take a little bit more time. You're stuck on A9 normal? Are you soloing it, or are you doing it in a group? I knew you couldn't resist. Now before you go slaying everything, let the Midnight Jew explain a predicament, okay? Your party failed? Oh, that sucks. Oh my god, what the hell is that? It's good to see you back in Dravania, Asgard. The place hasn't been the same without you, I know. But what the fuck is that? You're probably wondering why I sent Sony to fetch you. It's all down to this mucky little corpacur. Alright. When I saw it come bounding out of the Arboretum, the first thing I noticed, besides it being covered in grime, was how bleeding lively the little sword seemed to be. With our old friend Edgith, take a look at it, and she reckons that the layer of mud is what's making it so excitable. This daft seedkin jumping around like a mad Porogo, so imagine what it could do to our crops. Oh yeah, makes sense. Okay, there's a bunch of gunk in the Arboretum and we have to figure out what that is. Sure, I'll do that. Oh hey! Drowned City of Scala already. Okay, where's my dungeon guide? Let me see. What do we do? Push will push, pull will pull. Try to avoid getting stuck in the red edges. Balls that follow people. Drop pulse when they explode. Okay. Big cone sending to the edge to dodge. Trust when you use your ability to drop rocks in the path of the ants. Okay. Cyclops want to swing, tail lift, big stride, tank the boss, turn the gaze around, turns around and play a glower. Oh my god, there's so much happening in that thing. Alright. Let's dance with my samurai partner. And here we go. I have the new dance guys as well. Oh my god, did I just do 52,000 damage? What? Holy shit. That's the biggest damage I've seen so far. I mean, my big crits used to be like 15k, not 52. That's insanity. Except it's a hell of a drug. It's amazing, isn't it? I really like the AoE of this guy. It's such an easy rotation as well, for like how effective it is. At a friend he would raid, he'd do 1/5 of a level 3 break, which was a tier 1 Shadowbringer raid. 100k crits. Yeah, that's insane. Okay, first boss, let me see. Push and pull, I don't know what that means. Well, let's go. Ow. Hydro push, so we have to get close? I guess so. Okay, this boss is really easy. That guy just dropped the freaking thing on me. He's doing a pull. Okay. Right. Not too bad. He's dead. Not too shabby. I'm just gonna greed. I don't really need these things, even though they're meant for me. Figure it out. Oh yeah. It's all it's all a matter of timing. I think I kind of have my rotation down for now. You know, if you pull it in the right moment where all the party buffs are aligning, yeah, I can imagine that's gonna be a ridiculous amount of damage. Like, that's one of the strongest, like, straight attacks in the game, right? I think the potency is like 1,500 or something. Don't understand the first two bosses are free, but it's cheaper than a day 3 sheets to the win. Well, I don't mind, honestly. These... Ow. I don't think these dungeons are made to be that difficult, so... It's fine. I should probably be doing AoE, but I don't want to be close to those things. Also, I'm taking it easy. I mean, we're in no rush here. Third boss makes up for it? Oh, great. Look, I like when the bosses are actually, you know, difficult and when there was strategy involved. Honestly, the most fun I've had so far was the final part of the Void Arc raid, the Dunescape. That was so good. I had so much fun doing that. Fighting Diabolos and all those bosses. God, that was a lot of fun. I should try this right here. Oh, I will. I absolutely will. What the hell is happening here? Besides, I feel very comfortable playing Dancer. I mean, it's really, really easy as a job, so... It's perfect for an old man like me that doesn't have any more crazy reaction time to do all the super insane openers. Okay, so what is this? Big cone stay near to dodge. It's a Dogu. The old one is called. How dare you? I'm the old one. What, Did we kill them? Yes, we do. I like the Dancer gives me time to actually, you know, play the boss strategies, and the movement skill is so freaking good. That freaking thing saved my ass so many times. Like right now. That guy's moving on the... Oh, fuck off, dude. Hey, level 73. Damn, dude. Get in there. You just leave because of tank privilege? I see. I was leveling... I don't know, honestly, I'm leveling all the tanks right now because I don't know which one I'd like to play. I'd like to play at least one tank, one DPS, and one healer, but... Fun Gunbreaker, the most frequent. That's the one I still have to unlock. I have a level 64, I think, Dark Knight. I have a 52 Paladin and a almost 50 Marauder, the Warrior, I guess. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, wait. We use this to fly over. Oh, damn. That's cool. How do I stop? Oh, there you go. You know, sometimes when I'm just in the middle of a big AoE, I forget to do my step dance. I don't know why. I guess the normal rotation is just so comfortable. Okay, so we do this and then we go there. Let me read the final boss strategy. Okay, so he's got a frontal swing like a Cyclops, he's got a tail lift, he's got a gaze attack, he turns into a character, he's got a proximity marker, he's got the Lakshmi crosses. My god, he's got a little bit of everything. And a giant donut. What does that even do? Get in or get out? Aha. You know, another thing I really like about the Dancer is that you can never interrupt your own combos. Because technically they're not combos, they're procs. So even if you switch to something else and you use something different, you never lose your proc. The only way you can lose it is, you know, from time exploration. Which is usually pretty difficult. It's just a simple class, you know? That's it. It's just very, very simple. To be fair, I am enjoying Samurai quite a lot as well, so... I don't know. Donut AoE? As seen in 60 Duties, End of Heaven's Ward? Right. It's a big chimera kind of dude. Wow. Okay, that's big. Heraldric Poison Tongue. Right. I'm ready. It's the tail! The fucking tail! Oh my god, yeah, that was too late. I tried to dash away, but that was too late. I'm gonna stand still, so people can do whatever they need to. I'm confused. What was that? Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm dead. Woo! Barely got out of there alive. Jesus Christ, it does a lot. What's it doing now? No? Don't look at me. This fucking guy. I had to... Oh my fucking god, seriously? Okay, that's a claw. We're only halfway. Shit. Oh boy. No, what are you doing? Oh, you mother. That wasn't good. Eye of Fire. Oh, he's looking. Okay. Jesus, this boss is... is everything, isn't he? The tail, okay. Stay in front now. Wait, the samurai died? Oh shit. Yeah, no, thank you. I saw that laser coming. Right, I'm off to the side. Okay. Tail swipe. I think I got it now. Kinda. And he's dead. There you go. Alright. Well, that was, that was certainly interesting. Nah, as always, it's just a matter of, you know, getting used to it. Who's that guy? Yeah, they're boss makes up for it. Oh my god. Big chicken. Alright. Well, that was certainly a boss. Alright, let me mark the dungeon as done. Thanks for restes. Yeah, that was not me. The healer's already gone. There you go. Wow.
Oh, bugger it.
Oh, bugger it.
Are you all right? Aye. Aye. Everything's still attached.
Hey, guys.
Ah, it seems both our paths led here. Very good. We spent altogether too much time fleeing fiends horrid and numerous. How fared you?
Well, you know, pretty much the same. Except I didn't run away, you know. I'm the hero of the realm. Warrior of light. Icon killer. Icon slayer,
Much
whatever.
the same then. 'Twould appear this place is yet inhabited by King Theodoric's kin, or what is left of them. The work of terrible magics, I fear.
Terrible, aye. But their misfortune is our fortune?
Quite. By the 12, there is even more than I imagined.
There's a very angry painting in the background. It looks like a character from JoJo. Oh yeah, no. Oh my god, that hair, yeah, that is definitely a JoJo character.
Oh, I can't wait to see the look on Lisa's face. Thanks for believing in me, you two.
That's a freaking haircut. Arval and I forged ahead at the fastest pace we could manage, but I was not surprised to find you waiting for us. I suppose it served us right for challenging the Warrior of Light. Yeah, exactly. Next time we should agree on some manner of handicap. No, not fair. We may have lost Alfino, but think of what we found. Quite. I'm still reeling at the sight of that mountain of riches. What, like how you reel at the sight of that floating spectre, you mean? You should have heard him scream, Masquerade. Oh. Oh, Alfino. Must we dwell on such momentary lapses? We found the Mad King trove, and that is all that matters. Oh, Alfino. Oh, my boy. Well, jesting aside, we must tell people the good news, and I think Liz should be the first. Seconded. There is to be a meeting of representatives from across Alamigo, so she is sure to be in the city. Shall we seek her out? Okay. if we have to. You know, at this point I am done with Liz. I would like to move on to new characters, but I also understand that she's gonna be important in all of this, so yeah. Oh, you three look pleased with yourselves. What have you been up to? Well, I'm glad you asked, Liz, and I'm pretty sure you're going to like the answer. We found a freaking Mad King trove. Treasures beyond your imagination. You're joking? The Mad King's trove? I thought it was a myth. So did plenty of people, but they didn't have Asgard and Alfino in the party. Well, the credit for finding it should really go to them. As for what to do with it all, I vote that it goes towards alleviating the suffering of Alamigo's poor. Gods, if that's as much as you say. Harval did not exaggerate, I assure you. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out of our... I'm trying again. We could not hope to carry even a fraction of it out on our own. I've taken the liberty of sketching out rough maps of the ruins. If you will assemble a squad of your most trusted freedom fighters, they should be able to follow the route to where the treasure lies. Understood. Make sure every coin is accounted for, and that goes from for the spending of it all as well. Thank you. There's one thing. When the time comes to draw up a plan for distributing the spoils, I would ask that you consult Alfino. I don't have a head for details. I'm not educated. I see that simply handing out sacks of gil won't solve everything, but I couldn't rightly tell you what to do instead. Oh, I know the feeling. I'd welcome any advice you could give us, Alfino. Of course, I shall be at your disposal. Actually, we should call Tataru. I think she's great at finances. She's been our accountant for, like, forever, you know? Commander, we've got a problem. No, not a problem. Deep breathe, what happened? Come on, dude. A mob's gathered outside headquarters and they've started making demands. You best come and see for yourself. What the fuck? Making demands now? Just fucking freedom. They're already making demands? It's been like not even a day.
Step back, all of you!
Like hells we will! We know who you've got in there!
Who do we got in there?
We're not leaving till you hand her over! Bring her out! Bring her out!
Oh, they want Fordola, traitor of the people. Yeah, that makes sense.
What's going on?
Someone let slip about Fedorla.
Oh, that's bad.
It's true then! The bitch really is in there! I knew it! I bloody knew it! We demand vengeance! Bring her out! Today we butcher the butcher!
Holy shit, calm down, dude.
Come on, you don't mean that. We'd be no better than the Imperials if you'd all just calm down.
Calm down! That monster and her thrice damned skulls dragged my man from our home and beat him to death in the street!
Yikes.
Aye, and my dad! That bitch has spilt enough blood to fill a lock!
We all know her crimes. She's a traitor and a murderer. How many of your resistance friends have died at her hands, eh? And here you are, protecting her!
So that's what all the fuss is about.
Oh dear. Hello.
Hearken to me, brothers and sisters of Alamigo.
Hey,
Raban.
who's this?
Who's this? The bull.
That's the Bull of Alamigo.
My friends, you are not alone in your anger, your grief, your despair, for it is mine as well. That gnawing pain in your breast, it is enough to bring an old bull to his knees. But I ask you, brothers and sisters, to think not only of the family and friends who were cut down before your very eyes, but to think also of the ones who were abducted, The ones who may yet live. Where were they taken? What became of them? These questions demand answers. I share your thirst for justice, for vengeance, but we will gain only fleeting satisfaction if we give in to our base appetites. We will never know the truth.
Man, this guy is a natural leader, isn't he?
Now is the time that we, the people of Alamigo, must decide what manner of nation we will build for ourselves, and for generations yet unborn. When they look to our example, will they see a people who held fast to their principles, or one who cast them aside when tried? I say to you, it is our responsibility to give these prisoners a fair trial, that they might answer to all of Alamigo. The Garleans called us savages, and I'll be damned if we prove them right.
I mean, what can you say after that speech?
I know you're right, I do. But I can't.
Oh, shut the fuck up. Come on, dude, read the room. That was great. I love Robin. That's the second real good speech he did in this expansion. Maybe the third even. It's just a great character. You know, not as not like someone else. No names. My thanks, Roban. Listening to the anger, I could feel myself being swept away. Just a difficult tide to stem. It was the same rage which brought us to our feet and carried us to victory. But now the war is over. All the unspent fury is being channeled into vengeance. Aye, and it's not just here. Reports of mobs forming all over. Oh damn. They've been targeting folks known to have cooperated with the Guardians. It starts with the insults most often. Then someone picks up a stone. Some industrious souls even thought to seek out the graves of Xenos and his officers. It was grim. Oh my god, what the fuck, people? Calm down. I want to build a country where everyone, regardless of race or origin, can live side by side in peace, but maybe the time isn't right. Maybe people just aren't ready. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to try. The representatives will be here soon, and I'll be damned if I'm going to give up before I even begun. Who are these representatives exactly? Village elders, refugee leaders, and the like. It wouldn't be right for us to dictate the nation's future on our own, so we planned a summit of sorts. I see. We've invited the Ananta, ooh, and the Kikirn. The Kikirn? What? Alamigo stands at a crossroad, and this meeting will decide which path it takes. The matter of Fordola's sentence cannot be suffered to disrupt proceedings. Then let's execute her and be done with it. She herself has to be put to death. Nago! I already explained why we wouldn't do that. Sending her to the gallows might satisfy people right now, but where would it end? Should we round up everyone who collaborated, and everyone who didn't resist? There would be no one left, and we'd be no better than Theodoric and Xenos. Yeah, but what do you do with her? Thank you your pardon, but might I be allowed to speak with Fordola? Only I caught a glimpse of her past, a moment of it, anyway, during the fight. She's done terrible things, aye, unforgivable things. But in some ways, she's a victim of the circumstances in which she was born, and that's something I can understand. Alright, speak with the prison guard when you're ready, and I'll come and join you. I want to talk with her too. I'll return to my other duties then. We've barely begun to investigate the facility where they gave Fordola her powers. Be fairly warned, friends. She will test you. Don't let your emotions color your judgment when she does. Yeah, we should leave Manago out of the room then. Well, guys, I'm busy, so I'm gonna leave now. Or do I have to come? Did the commander permission to enter then? Oh fuck. I didn't really want to do this. Someone is going to assassinate her. We'll find her dead, and then we're gonna have to figure out what the hell happened. Not now, you know, but, you know. It's kind of dark in here. Does anybody have a light?
Well, well, well. So many visitors. Come to have a good laugh, have you? Or do you mean to put me out of my misery? To finish what you started? It's about bloody time.
That's not why we're here, no. Do you remember what I said? How I promised you you'd live long enough to see us win our freedom? Well, I meant it. And not to mock you either.
You're wasting your time. All of this is pointless! There's no reason to keep me alive, and you know it! I killed your men. I killed my men. And you know what my only regret is? That I didn't kill you when I had the chance!
Oh, she was the one that gave the order to fire the cannon on the big city. But you know, that was a direct order from Xenos. She was only relaying what he said, but you know, officially she was the one to pull the trigger.
That's a lie, and you know it. You think we can't tell what you're trying to do? That we're blind? Yeah, you're a fool, but you're not stupid. You're ruthless, relentless. You'd give up anything and everything to get what you want. You didn't come this far, climbing over the bodies of your own brothers and sisters just to piss it all away. I see you, Fordola. I see you for what you are.
Oh, apparently I'm going to see too. Eventually someone is going to ask the Warrior of Light, why does he always pass out when he's talking with people? Like, dude, you've been out for like 10 minutes. What the fuck, man? Like, you should see a doctor or something.
Come along, Fordola. We mustn't be late. The Imperial Viceroy will be attending today's banquet.
All right! Father, what's Lord Gaius like? Is he nice? Are you friends?
There you go again with all your questions. Lord Gaius is a great and honourable man who looks after all of Alamigo. He's very busy, and if we don't hurry, we'll miss our chance to see him.
Wait, Gaius von Balzar? The same Gaius?
Filthy tin-head lovers.
He has the same tattoos as
Father, what
Fordola.
did that man call us?
The little tin-head lover doesn't know what she is, eh? A traitor, sweetheart. A backstabbing bitch who gladly betray her kith and kin to gnaw on what few scraps the Imperials deign to toss her.
Damn,
Like
dude.
your bastard father and whore mother.
Damn, dude, you don't say that to a kid. What is wrong with you? I mean, you may be right, but Jesus Christ.
That's not true! My parents are good people! They've never done anything like that!
Oh, but they were quick to help themselves and their bitch spawn, weren't they? You're just as guilty as them.
Oh god, now they're freaking stoning the kid. An old woman? Are you fucking kidding me? What is wrong with them?
Traitors!
I mean, I get it, but still. Throwing rocks at a kid.
Please, you have to do something. My husband and daughter are in danger.
Soldiers of the Imperial Army are under no obligation to intervene in the disputes of Arn.
We're citizens. We have rights.
Ah!
Father, I'm scared.
It's all right. It's all right. They don't understand, but they'll see in time. They'll see that this is the only way to survive.
Traitors! Traitors!
God, if only Guy used to show up now, he wouldn't take any of this. Oh my god, that's a big rock. That's gonna kill a man. That actually killed a man.
Let the savages have their fun. They'll be more compliant once they've tired themselves out.
Wow. Wow. This is fucked up. Oh my god. Jesus. Did he actually die there?
Fadola, please. You already have citizenship. Why would you want to become a soldier? Oh, gods. What have you done to your face?
Forgotten it already, have you? I'm honouring Father's memory.
By telling the world that you know better than a common savage.
Am I though, Mother? Are any of us? Can't you see? Citizenship means nothing to them. If you're not a pure-blood Garlean, you're no different from any other savage. So I'll play the part. I'll join the Legion and I'll make them respect me. And when the mob see that, they'll think twice before throwing their stones. Ansfrid, Rudolph, Emlyn.
Oh.
It's time.
Oh no, it's Sanford, Rudolph, and Emlyn. It's the three that died in the tower collapse. Oh my god, that's... Oh.
It'll be hard. Humiliating. They'll try to break us. Send us crawling back to our own kind. But we won't, no matter what. We'll bleed for them, die for them if we have to. We'll do whatever it takes to be free!
Hello? Warrior of Light? You're right, you've been out for like a long time there.
So, you mean to play the part one last time, eh? The unrepentant traitor whose death will serve to unite the people?
Shut up.
You had every chance to kill yourself. Fashion a noose from your clothes. Wait for the guards to leave you alone long enough to slip it over your neck.
I said shut up!
Oh, but then it would have all been for nothing, wouldn't it? Whatever it takes. That's what you said.
Been in my head, have you? Had a little peek at my past?
Sorry. I don't control it, really.
And what? A few stolen memories tell you everything you need to know, do they? Don't you dare patronize me! You don't know a god's damned thing about the life I've led! The bastards that killed him. The bastards that let it happen. My father deserved better! I swore I'd do whatever it took to make them pay!
Whoa. That's the eye that, you know. Oh, that was built. Oh. Oh, she's getting my memories now. Oh, she got my memories. Yeah. Saw how many people I've lost?
You. All that power. All that pain. It's too much. Too much for anyone.
Yeah, no shit, lady. Do you know how many people I've lost since I started this goddamn game?
The things they've done to you. The lies. The betrayal. The endless fighting. Yet there you stand. Unbroken.
But says you unbroken.
How? Why?
You know why you saw? For those I have lost. For those I can yet save. I like that. Never forget. Oh, chiffon. Isel. That's for you.
Damn you. Damn you all.
You still have time, Fordola. Think about how you want to spend it. Let's go.
Dude, I would honestly love Fordola to join the team somehow. In a, I don't know, fucked up way. I don't even know if that's possible, you know. Nobody's gonna tolerate that, but God, she's a good character. Damn. Oh my god, I have so many random items and equipment and like necklaces and earrings and oh my goodness. I need to sort this out. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and I found something new to think about too. I don't know about you, Ascarid, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing though, I get the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder. Could there be some fundamental difference between one who is born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the Immortal Flames have been scouring the research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Aldin's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. So this is where we found Kryl, and where the doctor performed the operation on Fordola. It was this giant room with like many like high-tech. They look like coffins, honestly, but yeah, this place. Oh my god, this is amazing. See, this is what I was talking about. There's all these like pods, and I guess there's people inside in every one of them, or in most of them. I don't know exactly. We have some engineers from the ironworks. That's good. Having seen people examining this, and this is, you know, where they conducted the experiment. Robin? What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it? Yes, as expected, she didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnold noticed something odd about her. He thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize and research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the science expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. We should need to get Urianger in here, or maybe Sid. Magitech pod. See? Kryl was inside one of these. Wait, holy shit, hang on a second. Did I see... Oh my god, are all of those bodies? Oh, fuck me. What the heck? They're everywhere. There's bodies everywhere. Oh my god. Goodness. The device in which Kryl was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subject, while this one bears the label master subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and have been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? All the pods are designed to drain the ether of the occupant. Save that one right there. Unlike the others, the interior is being fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. Maybe they've been trying to figure out how Kryl works, you know? She's got the echo. Maybe they were trying to replicate whatever she's doing. Idle conversation prohibited, eating and drinking prohibited. The fallen scrap of parchment papers appears to list facility regulations, but nothing of interest. Hello? So many bodies. Every one of them a victim of these experiments. If you show any sign of external injury, from what we've been able to determine, they perish from forcible ether extraction. Such a miserable way to die. Yikes. They've been drained. So? I know little and less of science, so any light you can shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. That's good. Shall we start with you? Sure. Blah 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 blah. Taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with either siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo? I believe so, which would explain her present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable that the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. The soldiers would guard Fordola. Many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at the door, night and day. If she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All their emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Indeed. As you may recall, Izel was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Rasvalgar past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. Well, that explains the request to be executed. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Regardless, she can suffer on for now. We have more pressing matters to consider. Oh my god. If the results of these experiments had been relayed back to Garlemald, there would be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. Well, they need somebody with the echo to do that, though. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these godforsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. Shall not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People will respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. I understand. Thank you, General. This is not fit to rule anybody, though. We should leave the flames to it. Let's go. I think Lise is just too hot-headed for like a leadership role. I go looking for answers about the Echo and end up getting schooled by Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. It's no wonder people listen to him and not to me. Well, General Aldin is a veteran of countless campaigns, Liz. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. I know, but I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything here is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After going to the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? It is a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of the birth. Ascaret, a moment. Who's that? Oh, Pippin. I'm newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Oh, really? Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but she asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Okay. I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. Alright, Pippin. An audience with the Sultana? Well, depending on the nature of her consultation, this might be a perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plans. Can somebody come with me? Like last time I've been to an audience with the Sultana, she got poisoned and everything went to hell. Yes, we don't like to know about those, Alfino, but not everyone's as comfortable interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of a masquerade. Can I? I don't want to go alone. I'm scared. Yo, they're giving me food. Stewed river bream. What even is that? Doman tea. I'd like that. Persimmon pudding? No, I'll take the tea. Or the money, honestly. Well, the question of how to put the Mad King's treasures to good use shows no sign of answering itself. Shall we be about it, Arnold? Alright. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins, and then start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, and send none of my regards, Oscar. Yeah, right. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. Are you guys really sending me there alone? But you know what happened last time. I don't feel good about this. Oh, let me quickly drop in to my squad to assign a mission. I always forget to do it, and then it's like days go by and they are just sitting there doing nothing. Hello, people. How's it going in here? They're level 31 now. When accompanying a rogue, there is a 40% chance to receive contemporary warfare offense. Okay. Right. Surprising how much better the recruits perform when teamed with members that complement their challenge. Relationship with the squadron can shift like the winds, so pray take that into consideration before ordering a deployment. Okay. Preference for certain squadron compositions. Squadron chemistry can affect the outcome of a mission by improving the attributes. Okay. Okay. That's probably good then. They disappear if you don't set them in stone. But that's good because they had nothing that would go together. Okay. My squad can do these missions now. I'll do it. Deploy. Oh, I need to be level 35. Okay, no, and then I need to do this one. Alright. There you go. Technically, I should also sit here and empty my inventory at the flames for some company seals. Probably a good idea to get rid of some of them at least. It's not gonna take too long. I'm gonna take care of at least the blue ones. I don't know why they chose to play the music every time you deliver one of these, like you're completing a quest or something. Alright, that's enough. For now. Yeah, I cleared my bags a little bit. Just... I got boots. Oh my god, those are bad. Alright, keep them there. I need to figure out what to do with them. Anyway, I think I clicked the wrong button. Hang on. Yes, I did. I need the Chamber of Rule. There you go. Oh, by the way, I'll probably end the stream soon because I am so tired. I'm not gonna go full length, but I'll have time to catch up in the next few days. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do until 11, so another 20 minutes. And then continue another time. You're expected, my lord. Please proceed. Oh my god, this is where she was poisoned. We're sitting at the same exact positions. This is triggering me.
I thank you for answering my summons in these most interesting times. You have been busy.
Please don't drink anything while you're in front of me right now.
The liberation of Alamigo will have far-reaching consequences, and there is a matter upon which I would seek your counsel.
Okay.
I speak of Rauban and his future.
Oh, perfect. That's what I wanted to talk about as well.
All know the tale of his rise from penniless refugee to member of the Syndicate and General of the Immortal Flames. Yet though he has come to call Uldar home, it will never be his homeland. He is a son of Alamigo. And now that she is free, I thought it only a matter of time before he sought my leave to return to her. Indeed, I had resigned myself to his loss. Suffice it to say, I was greatly surprised to hear him speak so lightly of handing over the reins in Alamigo and retaking his place at my side. I will welcome him with open arms, of course. He is my most trusted advisor and my dearest friend.
You know, what if we do a switcheroo? You know? We can send Roban to lead Alamigo and we get Liz here in the Immortal Flames. She can probably have like a period of training and then she can be your assistant. Like your, you know, your second in command. So at least she has somebody else that takes all the decisions, you know?
But I have known the man a long time, and beneath that steely gaze, I spied a flicker of doubt. Whether Rauban chooses to remain in Uldar or return to Alamigo, I only wish that he do so with a heart unburdened by guilt or regret.
Fair enough.
Yet, how can he freely make such a choice, knowing how much I depend on him?
Right.
It is past time that I learned to discharge my duties as a sultana alone. I must go forth and see my realm with my own eyes, and hear the wind with my own ears.
Okay. So...
Might I have your company for a brief adventure?
Oh boy. I'm sweating already. Sure.
Wonderful.
I'll try to keep you alive.
Allow me a moment to change into something a touch less conspicuous, and I will join you outside.
Good God. You know, this is giving me the vibes of the City of Thieves from Adventure Time. Where there was like literally a bit where for 5 minutes people kept stealing the same thing from each other on repeat. And this is gonna be the same thing, only with assassins. Like 1,000 assassins try to assassinate the same person, assassinating each other, me assassinating them and stuff like that. It's be almost comical, I would say. Oh my goodness. Alright. Perchance you remember Lilira, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. Well, you do that without cards? Are you... Is this like that reality undercover boss? Ordinarily, Papa Shan would accompany me, but for this particular outgoing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Yeah, I'm sure you walking around with a warrior of light is not going to draw any attention. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I will make use of your worldly experience. Now let's be on our way. Our first destination is Stone Throw. Oh, yes, the place where we literally got jumped as dancers. Yeah, good choice. Just beyond the gates of Nald. Yeah. Fuck. They kidnapped one of my dancer's friends here. Okay. It's like rebels and revolutionaries around here. And don't forget about the marmots. I can't. Hang on. Look at that. Look at this thing. A beast of unmatched bloodlust. Look at those fucking eyes. That is out for blood, is all I'm saying. And you know, let's not even speak about the hornet that's probably bigger than Nanamo herself. Hi. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor, at the mercy of the elements and Thanalan's predator both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people, as it is. And unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls upon me. Well, you've done your best, your hands have been tied. Yeah, your hands have been tied. This has been all the monetarists doing. Yes, my authority is very limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I will follow the road to the unholy hair. Aha. That's a good name for the Sultan to just, you know, walk there alone. Damn it. Warrior of Light babysitting edition. Nanamo? What you doing here? It was here, in this wholly unremarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. Oh my god. Okay. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interest in Eastern Thanalan when an untimely rockslide crashed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Roban once offered me to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' death were orchestrated by the monetarists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. Shaking, sweating again, I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price of my naivety. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarists' damnable games. Forgive me my outburst. You're the only one... You are one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ulda and visit the Colosseum. Right. I'm just gonna teleport there. Not even going to bother flying. It's pennies, okay? It's 80 gil. It's fine. So that would be close to the Gladiators Guild. There's still a lot of Easter stuff around. Exec's baskets and balloons and whatnot. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed what I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Roban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the Bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinker though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling ring, which had arranged for Roban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Roban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did, and when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theatre. But as you know, Roban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the blood sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat on the syndicate. And then I had my blade. Damn, he made a lot of money, huh? Oh! I'm sorry, Sultana, I have to pass out again in public. Oh my god. Damn, dude.
Your Grace, you mustn't! The danger is too great! Please, Your Grace, come back! I beg of you!
Oh my god.
It seems you're the one who needs looking after, Master Shum. Raban!
Your Grace, I have kept the promise made.
So you have, and in turn, so too shall I keep mine. With your winnings, you have become one of the 6 most wealthy souls in all Ulda.
Damn.
And so, as tradition dictates, Rauben Aldin, you have earned yourself a seat on the Syndicate. May your new station garner you still greater glories.
I am honored, Your Grace, and vow to serve with every fiber of my being from this day till my last. Long live the Sultana! and long live Uldar!
Sorry. Words cannot well express what that man means to me. There are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is as that of a grandsire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to my bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Especially since, you know, the last one literally poisoned you. Roban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan's warren for long, and there are other places I would visit. To the Arzaneth ossuary. An ossuary? What the fuck? Thaumaturge's Guild, okay. That's fine. We're doing what they do. Black magic. I'm sure nothing can go wrong there. Thaumaturge's Guild. Yo, what the hell is that? Oh, you want to be a thaumaturge? Oh, this is where I get the quest to become a black mage. I see. What the hell is that statue? Hail Sithis. Or something. When the calamity threatened, Roban led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Carteneau, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louisoix would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You're rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ulda. I've chosen my path, Ascaret. With Alamigo now freed from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Alamigans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate the process, I made a small contribution, an artisan school in Ralga's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. Yeah, well, that's a good thing, you know. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time, the Uldan Treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary fund is, of course, another question. Why not seek the advice of the Syndicate? Don't know about that. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? Which is, you know, the Syndicate. So, no matter what, we need to ask them. A wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the Syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. I wonder, are you acquainted with Godberg Mandeville? Oh, God, am I now? And well, he's a most generous man, if something of an eccentric. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godberg should be only too glad to receive us. Oh God, I haven't been in the Gold Saucer for like years. Do I actually have to go there? Oh, I have to, huh? Alright. Well, just because it's funny, I think. Let's get there and end the stream right there. Now, I don't remember exactly how to get there, but it looks like... What the hell do I go? hosting strip. Chamber of Rule. I think it's around here. There's a lift. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I haven't been to the airship landing in a long time. That's something you do when you start a game once and then you teleport literally everywhere else. I've ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. Ah, yep. Oh boy, here we go. How do I... That's a big aetherite. Alright guys. The Gold Saucer. It's like Las Vegas, isn't it? There's an open tournament of the Triple Triad card game going on. Very good. That's a quest? Scratch It Rich. Triple Triad Trial. Hitting the Cackpot. Yeah, right. Gambling for me, guys? Really? This is not me, okay? I heard descriptions of its splendor, yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly... We'd not come here to fritter away the royal coin. Godber will be expecting us. Yeah, but think about the possibilities. You have the royal treasury to spend here, you know? We could win big. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Fuck is that? Big Mog. I don't think I've ever been to the lounge. Oh my god. What the fuck is this? You're quick to gamble other people's money, eh? Yeah, because if they're fool enough to let me do that, that's their fault. They should know better. And you know, maybe that's a way to break the curse, you know? Since I'm not keeping the winnings, maybe I can win something. Even though, you know, I win for someone else. But, you know, it's not my money. And I'm not getting anything out of it. So it could be a way to break my curse. I believe this is where we meet Lord Mandeville. Shall we sit here while we await? Sure. This is nice. You know the guy is crazy, right? The Mandeville dude? There he is. My apologies, Your Grace. I've kept you waiting. Oh no, wait, this is the father, isn't it? Oh no, it's the other guy that's crazy, the other Mandeville. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available at such short notice. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement. I guess. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts on how to crown my best aid the refugees residing in Tanalan. You are aware, I'm sure, that many of Ala Mhigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland. And you are also aware of how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? Well, the unusual circumstances of our meeting and your Grace's choice of companion would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Ulda's wealth to save Alamegan refugee is a terrible, terrible idea. You oppose my proposition? Most empathically, I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Ulda in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Girabania's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from the misfortune. Forgive me, your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is one born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. And then we must consider Ulda's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin, not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizen of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Surely, it is not your Grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill? Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interest of the people of Ulda. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of those subjects. Okay, so how do we do that? You are giving me much to ponder, Lord Mandeville. I thank you for your candor. One day, I will do the Mandeville quests on stream. That's gonna be a dark day. Trust me. You don't know, but I do. There's a lot of dancing and flexing and weird things happening, so, and weird faces especially. Profit. That thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Do we know someone? Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Alderaan Trading Company, but oh my god, we're sending her to Hancock? But if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. You may repay my fate by journeying to distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await for your report by the Etherite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Ascaret, and a swift one, if you please. Alright, I'll speak to Hancock. That guy is the one I was talking about, our liaison for the monetarists in Kugane. The one that helped us, but you know, for his own profit. It's a funny guy, you know, it's not... It's super shady, but in a good way, not in a bad way. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here for today. Did I? I didn't mean to teleport here. In front of the freaking giant Evanon High Tower. But, you know, that's I guess a good place to stop. So yeah, guys. Yeah, thank you very much for watching. You know, if nothing else happens, I'll be back tomorrow, but at this point, I honestly have no idea what's going to happen. Hope things work out. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I would always like to solve things peacefully without recurring to lawyers and all that, you know. That's just a headache. I would like to avoid that if possible, but you know. We're also not gonna allow these people to walk all over us and do whatever they please. Since this is, you know, this is our home too. We've been here for almost 20 fucking years, okay? And as much as I wish to leave, and I would leave instantly if I could, this is still my house, my home. And I need the peace and quiet and tranquility, as everybody does, so... yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you hopefully tomorrow, guys. Have a good day, have a good night. Goodbye.